Okay, our apologies for that. We are now back and streaming. This is the Ultimate Racing Network GT3 2015 Round 2 at Hockenheim. This is going to be a 20-minute qualifying session where these drivers are going to be able to run as fast as they possibly can. Joining me in the commentating booth is Matt Tucker. I am your host, as usual, Ryan McDowell, Siphon68. Again, Matt Tucker joining me in here for qualifying commentary. He's going to be in here in the race with me. He is also known as PTG Mesosphere. Yeah, we've heard rumblings of maybe some people being able to get into the 1-minute 40s in qualifying, and I think they'll definitely have to push to get that, but it should be on the table, I think.
I think the Bentley might be able to get there in the hands of GSR Roadrunner. I'm not sure about the Corvettes, I'll be honest.
Yeah, maybe a bit tough here. I don't know that this track quite suits them as well as maybe others would. But certainly a less challenging, I think, than, say, Silverstone in the wet. But this should allow them to try and push the cars as far as they possibly can be pushed on this dry surface here.
Oh yeah, it's going to be certainly a lot easier on the drivers. It's certainly a lot easier to maintain your concentration and focus around here than handling the wet at Silverstone. Certainly the complex of Silverstone was very challenging for everyone involved. I mean, this track though does have its own technical sections, particularly the stadium section. So they're still going to have to keep it together for the whole race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even in qualifying here, they're going to lose a lot of time if they make a mistake and collect some damage or whatever. So they've really got to stay focused for the entire time, just like you said. We're on board right now with F4H Aggie as he makes his way into stadium.
I think I've just seen a Corvette actually just going into the pit lane. I'm not entirely certain which one. I think it's Lamb Chop. I don't know whether he damaged himself already out there. Just trying to see where he is on the timing. Currently in 5th, so...
He is in the pits, you're absolutely correct. Could be repairing some minor damage. Let's see what we see here. It doesn't look like it. It looks like maybe just, putting on a fresh pair of boots. I don't know. I wouldn't think at this point that he would be that affected. Oh, he did have a little bit of engine damage, you're right. Maybe just double downshifting too quickly, and he knows that that's going to be costing him throughout the entire thing. Better to pit early and get that out of the way.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you've got any damage, that's going to hurt your lap times, so you may as well just jump straight into the pits and then get back out there and start pounding around again.
Right, so right now we've got LRT Breeze on provisional pole with a 141.588, so that's faster than he let on that he was capable of in the forums, but we've also got GSR Roadrunner hot on his heels, just 2/10 behind with a 141.765. I'm framed then as third with his BMW Z4 with a 141.880, so just 1/10 behind. We've got a bit of a gap then back to fourth. LRT Sidewinder in the Corvette. F4H Aggie is 5th. F4H Xyloto is 6th. LRT Lamb Chop currently running in 7th after that pit stop. LRT Stubbsy is 8th. TLR Madara is 9th. F4H Chris Supra is 10th. We've got others that are presumably trying to improve their times to move into that top 10.
Yeah, I'm still surprised actually the lap times, considering what everyone was claiming on the forums. It's a little slower than I expected, except from Breeze, who, as you said, is already 2/10 under what he was stating he could do on the forums. So, certainly Breeze nailing a lap early on.
Yeah, definitely, and sometimes that's critical. You want to get that banker lap in so that you don't have a bring the tires up to temperature, get that nice clean lap in so that you're not just totally out, but for sure he was able to get one of his better laps in early. Now I wonder whether he'll be able to move up from there.
it certainly takes the pressure off of him, knowing he's got a really solid lap in under his belt already. It certainly helps.
GSR Roadrunner goes marginally faster there with a 141.690, but still second.
Very close for the top three now. I think in frame has also gone slight. No, maybe not. I thought he'd also improved his time.
Yeah, still at a 141.880, which is good enough for third. And honestly, you know, in a race like this, sometimes pole position isn't everything. Especially, you know, this is not a 4 or 5 lap race. It's going to be a 36 lap race. These guys are going to really have to focus to not make mistakes over that time. There's also going to be pit strategy that a pit window that comes into effect, and some cars can go further than others, and that'll be one of the storylines that we follow.
Yeah, certainly
during the race.
The fuel mileage they got, the more flexibility they have. Either the earlier they can stop if they want to get out traffic, or the later if they've got some nice clean running. It's certainly going to pay dividends if you can be easy on fuel around here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how that works out for these guys. We know that the Audi is probably the thirstiest on the grid.
Ouch, yeah. No, that one does seem to have an issue with one stopping this race. He may have to do two, so it's going to be at a distinct disadvantage, I think. Yeah,
I think there's going to have to be pretty considerable fuel savings, I think, or just very, very smooth driving. You know, if you light the wheels up really at all, it's not going to be good for you.
No, it's really not. When I
somebody off just a little bit there is that F4H Chris Supra behind LRT Stubbsy.
That won't be helping him.
Certainly not. You never want to see a lap get thrown away here. Every little bit counts, especially when you've only got 20 minutes to set that best time. We've got about 9.5 minutes remaining.
Oh, I think Roadrunner may have just set a good one.
Indeed.
The timing.
Yeah, indeed. He moved up to a 141.347 despite an improvement from LRT Breeze in his time. I'm Frame also moved up. He's now 141.488, so just about a tenth and a half back from GSR Roadrunner, I think. Roadrunner in the Bentley, of course.
Yeah, it starting looks like some of the drivers are now hitting their rhythm. We may start seeing some lap times start to tumble from here.
Again, a real quick briefing on where we're at. We've got GSR Roadrunner on top right now, a 141.347. I'm Frame, a 141.488, just a tenth back. Another exactly 1/10 back is LRT Breeze in third at the moment with a 141.588. Then we've got a 4/10 gap back to LRT Lamb Chop. Then F4H Aggie in fifth. TLR Madara has moved up to sixth. LRT Stubbsy is in seventh. F4H Xyloto eighth. Ninth is LRT Sidewinder. 10th F4H Chris Supra. And 11th, Select Veeps in his Audi, trying to drive it strong there. He's the second Audi in this field. TLR Madara, the other one there. We've got FAF Stone Stig is 12th. FAF Helmet is 13th, and F4H Devil 14th at the moment. Keep in mind we've got two other qualifying lobbies going on right now, so the last week we had right around 51 competitors in this GT3 series, and that was at Silverstone Wet. We see GSR Roadrunner. Indeed, I was just about to bring that up as well. That's interesting strategy there, right in the middle. He's certainly got plenty of time left on the clock there. We've got 7.5 minutes left for him to set his best time, so he's going to use probably 2 minutes of that, just bringing everything back up to temperature.
Yeah, I don't know whether he had a spin or anything, but he did have some driveline damage before going into the pit lane. So that was definitely just to repair some damage and get back out for another lap.
Absolutely, we're right on board right now with TLR Madara in his Audi, coming around turn 3 right now, the longest stretch on the circuit.
Do apologize, I'm currently checking to see how many other cars have recently pitted. A few of them seem to have done so. They have very low damage on a couple of them.
Indeed, that long straight there, the Audi able to almost hit 140 miles an hour before having to get back on the brakes. Very tricky left-right turn 7 and 8 here. The chicane before ducking into turn 9, which brings us into Stadium. This is a very this particular section. Oh, TLR Madara goes wide. That's going to scrap the lap. This is a particularly easy section to outbrake yourself coming into what is turn 10 there at the Stadium. We saw Lewis Hamilton in F1 totally lose his brakes there. I don't think it was an outbraking maneuver, but yeah, in practiced racing, that's for sure difficult to get the braking just right there into Stadium. And then the throttle point out of it is tricky as well.
Oh, the entire Stadium section is tricky, particularly if you've tuned your car for the main straights to take best advantage of those. Low downforce through there can really throw you off. Can really make the back end unstable. It all depends on how much time though you can gain down the straights doing it.
Let's switch then perhaps to...
got back in front of... My screen's showing that Breeze is now ahead again into second place.
Oh, he has improved indeed. Good spot on that. LRT Breeze has moved back up into second with his Corvette, a 141.406. So he's just half a tenth down and half a tenth ahead of I'm Frame. Wow, that's pretty close there. 141.347, a 141.406, and then a 141.488.
Oh, this is
very, very close here.
A very exciting end to this qualifying if they're that close now.
Yeah, absolutely.
The last 5 minutes.
Yep, just crossed over the 5-minute mark. They will be able to finish out, like we said, it's 20 minutes of qualifying. They will be able to finish out their lap once they cross the line after that 20 minutes.
Other times of note, actually, it looks like Eggy's also improved, although not in position.
Indeed, a 141.830 lands him fourth.
I think Lamb Chopper's also improved slightly, dropping into the 41s now.
Yeah, indeed. So we've got 5 drivers in the 41s.
Leading Audi is Madara in 6th, ahead of the Corvette Stubbsy. That's a great lap from the Audi. Great lap.
That is a good one. It's just right on that cusp of getting into the 41s. Well, I hope he can get there by the end.
Oh, absolutely. Because just getting into the 41s will certainly give him a shot in top 5. In fact, I think he's just done it. I think he has got his 41.
Indeed, he has a 141.968, literally 2 1,000ths of a second faster than LRT Lamb Chop. So very, very close race for 5th place at the moment. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, and look at the lap times from Breeze and Roadrunner there.
Yeah, indeed, LRT Breeze, just as we say that, LRT Breeze goes into the lead there, a 141.166 for him, puts him on provisional pole. GSR Roadrunner then also improves a 141.272, so he improves, but not enough. LRT Breeze grabs, 2 handfuls of extra pace there and gets very, very close to the 140s.
I really do think we're going to get a 140 before the end of this. I really, really do.
See how much time is remaining. We got 2.5 minutes for these guys to do that, so they've basically got 2 laps left.
Yeah. I think any one of 3 drivers could take this pole position because In Frame is not far behind either, just 2-3 tenths off. Absolutely, any one of those 3 could take this.
You know, I'm a big fan of a lot of the liveries that these cars have for this season. There's some really talented painters out there, honestly.
I would definitely have to agree. Some of these are looking top-notch. The BMW we're watching right now being one of them.
Absolutely, from the FAF.
Fantastic paint.
Riding on board with Select Veeps then. The other, he's in the Pertec Audi there. Just a minute and a half left. It's all going to come down to these last few laps. Again, it's LRT Breeze first, GSR Roadrunner second, I'm Frame third, F4H Eggy fourth, TLR Madara has moved up into that fifth spot as we talked about, LRT Lamb Chop sixth, LRT Stubbsy is seventh, F4H Siloto eighth, F4H Chris Supra is ninth, and LRT Sidewinder rounds out the top 10 with F4H Devil just trying to peek into that top 10 there. Select Veeps hangs on to 12th, FAF Stone Stig is 13th, and FAF Helmet is 14th at the moment with a 143.584.
Yeah, close throughout the entire field then.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be very close, and if we look at some of the times that are coming in from the other lobbies, there's LER Hydro I'm seeing is at a 142.748. So that'll move him into, we've got Nick James 123 with a 141.999 as well, so another driver into the 141s.
Yeah, it's a pity I can't see the information currently from those other lobbies. But wondering what's going on in Lobby 3 at the moment.
Yeah, perhaps some good action over there as well. Let's take a look. Okay, so we've just now finished the session. It is now finish up your last lap. The 20 minutes has expired. This is really where the top guys, if they're not already pulled over, this could be the lap that does it. LRT Breeze has already conceded that he's put in his best.
Roadrunner's pulled over. So it looks like top two, unless we get in frame coming at them. No, everyone seems to be parking up now.
Yep, I do think that everybody's sort of exhausted as much as they can possibly do there. So I do think we're going to see LRT Breeze on pole. We have no data to the contrary that's going to suggest that LRT Breeze isn't the fastest one that we're seeing. As we just wait for the clock to wind down here, we're definitely going to tally up these results and get to the racing. The race is going to be in about 30 minutes time as we tally up exactly who starts where in each of these three lobbies. Should be a fantastic race though.
Yeah, it looked like Lamb Chop was just trying right there at the end, but I think must have failed to get into that top 5 by just a tenth of a second there. Certainly seemed to be pushing hard right on that last turn.
Absolutely. So that's going to round out officially. The qualifying is now over. As I said, we will tally these results and get back to racing here in just 30 minutes time. Join us then for what's going to be round 2 of the Ultimate Racing Network's GT3 2015 at Hockenheim. Thanks for watching, guys.